it's just good to get into a little groove and just give it all you got. And that's about all I have. Chad Cromwell, I worked with Chad yesterday. Chad is just an incredible Nashville drummer. He lives here part of the time and lives in Los Angeles part of the time. If you know much about Chad, you know he's been around for a while and is just an amazing musician. He and his sweet, lovely, significant other have been through it the last couple of years. They had a huge fire out in California, out where they live in the LA area, and it burned down their house and their studio and everything they had. They lost, basically, and so they've been rebuilding. And I talked to Chad yesterday, and 21 months later, they are just now getting all the codes. But anyway, got to work with Chad. He's a wonderful person and incredible talent. And so when he was playing groove to get drum sounds yesterday, that's what I started playing to his little groove. And I don't know, that little groove's been on my mind since yesterday morning. So there you have it. Hello again, welcome. You see a new logo. And yes, the series, the new series, this is episode number 6. We are calling it, If You Could Hear What I See. A lot of people ask me to describe kind of what I hear. And of course, I'm always curious what you people see. And so I'm going to turn the tables a little bit, if you could hear what I see. And so I'm going to try and explain to you kind of how I hear things and why I hear things the way I do. I've already talked about some influences, things that make me kind of tick the way I do musically and otherwise. And so it's just a fun little journey, and thanks for being on it. If you like the videos, Cooper is chasing his tail. That's our golden retriever. Can you get a shot of Cooper there, Parker? Can you get a little shot of Coop?
Got him.
Okay, good. All right. Yes, chasing his tail for whatever reason. Fantastic golden retriever. We have a lot of fun with Cooper. And somebody commented that they saw Sadie the other day too. Sadie's our little dog. She's our Cavalier King Charles Poodle mix, Cavapoo. And so if she comes in here, we'll give you a little bit of Sadie too, get a little shot. But if you like the videos, we'd love it if you, it's just a free for all around here. We'd love it if you'd subscribe and also ring the notification bell. Hit that icon. That's the way that YouTube will alert you to new content on the channel, and it helps. it helps to get a thumbs up on all these videos. The dogs may be way more popular than I am. Maybe we should get them their own YouTube series. But it helps when you give us a thumbs up. So we'd love it if you do that and spread the word and join us for this little journey. Several of your comments, I love reading your comments. And there was a sweet lady that said, I noticed that you don't use your pinky. Well, you're not alone, sweetheart. So many people have asked me why I don't use it. And to be totally honest with you, if people didn't tell me I didn't use it, I wouldn't know I didn't use it. I think it kind of gets in there from time to time, but I don't really pay attention. I never have paid attention to the fingerings that I'm using. I just play, and I really couldn't tell you. People say, oh man, show me how you did that. I have no idea. You can watch me, but I couldn't begin to tell you how I do the things that I'm doing. Because I started playing when I was 3 years old. It's just a God-given gift, and I've never really. I'm just playing. I'm not thinking, to be totally honest with you. But thank you so much for your sweet comments. I didn't really ever pay attention to the fingerings that I used until I broke this ring finger on my right hand a couple of years ago. My youngest smashed it in a car door. And so for the next 6 weeks or so, I played on sessions with just, these two. I had, that one was broken in a splint. The pinky was, it doesn't use it that much, and it would hit, if it hit this one, it hurt crazy. So I basically, it was these two, basically on my right hand. And I never really freaked out about it. I just played, just learned how to make chords a new way. you know. But I played on, it just so happened, I played on some pretty big songs during that time. I mean, who knew they would, you know, who knew what would happen? But I was playing, taking Advil, and it was hurting like crazy. But we cut some of that big Dan and Shay record, we cut that song Speechless. Smell of your perfume. I'm not the singer that Shay is, you know. But, you know, I had to figure out new ways, so, you know, all that stuff. But the song that was the hardest to play without this finger was a song they did with Kelly Clarkson called Keeping Score. And I'm going to play it with the fingers that I would normally use. Let's see. So I had to play it without this finger. So I worked on it and worked on it and worked on it. I was freaked out when I heard the demo because it was real piano heavy, and I was like, man, I have no idea how I'm going to make this work. And I had already warned Scott Hendricks, the producer, and I've worked with Scott many times over the years. He's one of my best buddies, incredibly talented producer. He produces the likes of Blake Shelton. He's done the Dan and Shay records. He did their first couple of big records. He's done a lot of acts, man. He's just a legendary producer in this town. I've had the chance to work with him many, many times. And I called Scott and I warned him that I had a broken finger and that I just didn't know what I could bring. And he said, man, come on anyway. Just be there. I'm not worried. And God bless him for his support. But I was worried when I heard that song. So I worked on it, and Scott came in and he saw me. I think he knew I was sweating it too, with just being able to play with these two fingers. And he watches me and he just says, I don't know, buddy. And walks out. I didn't know if that was good or bad. But anyway, playing it with these two fingers, which is exactly how I played it on the record. So I had to figure that out and learn how to use this pointer finger a lot and make it control, you know, or make, a lot of times I'll do that with this finger. But I had to learn how to do it with this one, or to change. You know, that kind of thing. I'll do a lot of my own delays, like, so I couldn't use this finger, so I had to. That's hard. And you miss sometimes because you have no way of knowing, and it works these muscles right here in your hand. And so you do that for enough, you know. You got to control with your thumb and this finger rather than, that's how I would do it now, normally. That's pretty easy. You know, because not only do you have to do it with dynamics, you got to do it in the pocket. So when you're using these two fingers that you don't normally use for that kind of thing, it can cause a little bit of nervousness inside oneself if he knows he's on the spot. And if you're playing a big piano ballad, it's all about you. But those Dan and Shay guys, man, they were so understanding, and we made some good music together. They have had a great run, and they're still having a great run. They are wonderful guys. And first time I ever met Shay Mooney was when I was 13, and or he was 13. I was much older. I wasn't. I was 13 a long time ago. He was 13, singing with his family, and boy, he was an amazing singer. Always has been, and boy, you should hear his sister. His sister's amazing. Anyway, talented guys. We work with talented people every day in this town. So anyway, that's to kind of address the fingerings issue. I failed the piano proficiency at Belmont because I didn't play with the correct fingerings. So I had to take it. I had to take it twice before I passed it, and I had to play the scales really slowly so I would do it with the right fingers. So yeah, there is that. So well, I appreciate you guys joining us for another episode, and again, please subscribe, tell all your friends about it. If you could hear what I see, and we'll enjoy this journey together. Make sure you ring the bell icon so you get notified when new content is up. Like the videos, and we will see you next time.